Hello everyone, this is Warhawk Beyond 2040 and welcome to another edition of the Batwoman Season 2 review series, and today I am going to be talking about episode 5, Gore On Canvas, which I have just finished watching, and this episode was really good and a nice continuation of previous episodes that have come before, and we get to learn again more about Ryan Wilder's backstory, and I've really enjoyed so far the character development for Ryan Wilder, because when she was introduced back in the season 2 premiere, which was episode 1, I was very skeptical and very concerned that changing lead characters could make or break the show, but so far I've really enjoyed the developments they've done for Ryan Wilder. And what I like about this version of Batwoman is she's not looking to win friends over, she's not trying to kiss up or pal up to the Crows. She's basically telling everyone, look, Kate Kane's gone, I'm Batwoman, you're stuck with me whether you like it or not. I'm here to do a job, and if you don't like it, too bad. I'm a free agent. I can do or go wherever I need to go or do whatever I want, so you'll just have to deal with it. And I really like that version of this Batwoman so far. And the cool thing about this Batwoman is she got a nice balance to her personality. She can crack a joke, but at the same time she wouldn't hesitate twice to maybe knock your teeth out, so to speak. So I really enjoyed that aspect of the character so far, and as I said, this episode was a lot of fun and lots going on, and also we've got this little story arc going on with the injury that Ryan Wilder sustained from the kryptonite bullet back at the beginning of season 2, so it's nice that that's being addressed as well, because if anyone remembers going back to season 1 for a moment, the kryptonite bullet was to penetrate the batsuit, and it looks like that's what's happened to Ryan Wilder, because she is showing a puncture wound and it's all starting to go green, veiny and blistery. So I'm very curious to see how that side of the story is going to play out. So with that all said, let's get right into it. Let's talk about episode 5, Gore On Canvas. So we see Jacob tracks down the Jack Napier painting to the Collective, who are a secret group of art dealers, and quickly learns that Sapphire is sending agents of the Many Arms of Death to search for the same property. We see Ryan Wilder as Batwoman save Jacob from the Many Arms of Death and refuses to work with him to find Kate. We then see Ryan spends the night at Angelic's apartment, and Angelic apologises for being responsible for Ryan going to jail. Angelic notices the kryptonite injury, but Ryan blames it on work. Mary treats Ryan for the injury and tells her to take a few days off from being Batwoman. Ryan of course refuses, in part because she's still worried about she compares up to Kate Kane. I like how Ryan Wilder is not trying to be Kate Kane or trying to copy what she did as Batwoman. She's trying to be her own person, and in my opinion I fully respect that, because I wouldn't want to see a Batwoman 2.0 or just a mere copycat of the original. I like to see a different take or a different twist to Batwoman, so I'm really in that aspect of the character so far. So we see Jacob and Sophie meet up with Evan Blake, a non-binary childhood friend of Kate Kane, who she helped come out of the closet, so to speak. Evan has ties to the Collective but denies knowing the location of the Jack Napier painting. Sophie decides to offer a deal to Batwoman so they can both find Kate, and Luke and Mary argue that she should do it. Later, Ryan tells Luke what happened with the Crows that led her to be going into prison, after two of them were harassed on the street. She fought back, and that led to them finding Angelic's drug stash on her person. Luke then tells her about the Crows killing Lucius. Ryan agrees to work with Jacob and Sophie to interrogate one of the Coriana agents, who reveals that the Napier painting is a map to Coriana before dying. Sophie asks Batwoman to go undercover at an auction that the Collective is holding, during which the Napier painting is expected to be sold, and she agrees. Mary and Luke help Ryan get ready for the event, which is taking place at a Gotham airplane hangar, and Luke gets Ryan to bribe her way into the event by offering her a free batarang. It's not every day you see a batarang get offered for sale, or you use one of a weapon to get your way into events. Maybe I should use a utility belt. After Evan almost denies her entry into the auction, Angelic shows up and helps her get in. Ryan quickly learns that Angelic is providing drugs for the auction, but Angelic promises that she's been clean for over 4 months. Ryan tracks down the Napier painting and uses some of Luke's gadgets to correctly identify the map to Coriana underneath. Luke tells Ryan that she needs to steal the painting in order to restore the map underneath, and she decides to suit up as Batwoman, just as Wolf Spider, an art thief and performance art, steals the painting. We then see Batwoman and Wolf Spider fight each other, but Wolf Spider quickly escapes and gets knocked down by a car of Crow agents, who ultimately leaves him for dead in the process. Batwoman comes to Wolf Spider's rescue, learns that it's Evan, and brings him back to Mary's secret clinic to treat his wounds. When Evan wakes up, they explain that they were trying to steal the painting for Kate, and Mary reveals that the painting was a decoy anyway. Ryan tells Luke and Mary that she needs to make the decisions as Batwoman if she's going to suffer the physical consequences of it. Batwoman then meets with Sophie and refuses to continue working with her if she continues to enable or excuse the behaviour of the Crows. Sophie explains that not all of the Crows are bad, but Batwoman doesn't hear any of it and disappears. Back at the apartment, Ryan grows weaker due to the kryptonite injury that she sustained. Meanwhile, Alice stalks Ocean, and she still has trouble remembering their past together in Coriana. She follows him into a bar where she shuts down a guy trying to flirt with her. Ocean watches from across the bar, and they strike up a connection, with Ocean beginning to tell her more about his past but denying that they'd previously met. When Alice arrives to her car, Ocean knocks her unconscious and kidnaps her and reveals that he's Sapphire's brother. After touching Alice, Ocean gets triggered into remembering some of his and Alice's past in Coriana, but they're unable to figure out why Sapphire erased some of their memories. We then see members of the Many Arms of Death show up, and Alice and Ocean team up to successfully kill them and escape. Alice touches Ocean to examine his wounds and remembers the two of them kissing. Ocean also reveals that he has the real Jack Napier painting, and that pretty much wraps up the end of episode 5. Overall, a very good episode, very enjoyable, really cool to see that Ryan Wilder is determined to make Batwoman her own and not try to be a copycat of Kate Kane's version of Batwoman. And I like the fact that she refuses to work with the Crows and she rather go solo. So very Bat-like sort of esque behaviour. But I would say overall this was a very good episode, and I'm very interested to see how the Jack Napier painting is going to be revealed to everyone, and also how the kryptonite sustained injury of Ryan Wilder's is going to develop as we go along here. So that's it from me. I'm going to wrap this up now. What did you think of episode 5? Did you enjoy it? Was there anything about Alice and Ocean's past that you think we might see get addressed more? And what about the kryptonite sustained injury? How do you think that's going to play into Ryan Wilder's nightly activities as Batwoman? Do you think eventually she will pass out, or do you think she will eventually get it treated? And what about the mystery of Kate Kane's disappearance? Do you think everyone will eventually find her, or do you think there will be some kind of wicked twist to it? You know what to do, guys. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, leave your thoughts and comments down below, and I will see all of you next time for another edition of the Batwoman Season 2 review series, where I'll be talking about episode 6. So until next time, take care everybody, and stay safe.